Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Diego Perez, and I'm excited to give you a brief look at an incredible 9-day journey through Spain that your travel advisors at Niche Travel Group are putting together alongside our team here at CIE Tours. So I do work with CIE Tours, the company who puts together these amazing tours, and I'm really happy to be here today to present to you on this tour today. And really, there's nobody better to be presenting on this than myself, as I actually just completed this tour back in November of this year. So while it is still fresh in mind, please join me in hearing all about this amazing Spanish journey for 2026. So as you can see on the screen here, this tour does depart on May 31st, 2026, and will run through June 8th, featuring 12 meals, including a hot breakfast every single morning, and then a mixture of lunches and dinners along the way. Now, you will enjoy, of course, a perfect blend of meaningful sightseeing at iconic landmarks like the Alhambra and La Sagrada Familia, along with the energy of remarkable cities like Madrid, Sevilla, Granada, Valencia, and of course, Barcelona. And best of all, you'll take it all in with the ease and comfort of an all-inclusive guided tour next year. So with that, let's dive right in and hear all about this amazing journey. So I do always like to briefly start with this slide because it highlights what we call the CIE Tours difference. And I want to make sure that you guys are well aware that you are in the best hands possible on this tour, both with Niche Travel Group and ourselves at CIE Tours. So CIE Tours is a proudly Irish-owned tour operator and has been the leading tour operator to Ireland and Britain for over 90 years, starting in 1932. So while I do say Ireland and Britain, those are just the two destinations that we started out in earliest, and of course where our deepest roots lie. But we now do South Spain and a handful of other destinations in Europe. Still the great experience. We do deliver in Ireland and Britain, but of course in these other amazing destinations now too. So these guided vacations are at the heart of what we do, with Ireland and Britain, of course, like I just said, being our core destinations. And it really does come from the decades and as you just heard, nearly a century of experience. And like I said, it's no different for our other destinations like Spain, which you will experience as I did a few weeks ago. Super seamless, great sightseeing, and an all-around amazing experience. So we always work with local guides to ensure our guests have the most authentic experience possible. The guides are always a part of what we do, and I know you guys will have a fantastic time on tour with your guide and driver, as I did, and as all of our guests do. And that's really how we maintain a 95% guest satisfaction rate too, guys. So I'm super confident that you will all have an amazing time in Spain. And with CIE Tours, as I mentioned, you are really getting an all-inclusive advantage. So with us, there are no hidden extras or surprise add-ons. Everything is built into the package. That means the transportations, the hotels, the immersive sightseeing, entertainment, and most meals are included. Like I said, a hot breakfast every day, plus a variety of lunches and dinners as well. So again, what really brings it together is the quality of our guides and the staff on tour. They don't just share the history, they really do bring it to life through storytelling, and that authenticity and passion is consistently one of the top highlights that our guests talk about long after the trip, and I'm confident you will too. So in addition to this fantastic trip to Spain, you will also get a CIE Tours backpack filled with some goodies. You'll, of course, get the backpack that you see there, some luggage tags, luggage straps, a water bottle, travel adapters for the wall for all your electronics. If you're like me, you will forget it, or to pack your own or buy your own. So it's always great to have this given to you as well from CIE Tours in your travel pack. Alongside your destination guide too. So you can see there's a Spain go-to guide there that'll give you some information on the currency, how much to tip the local, restaurants or walking tours, etc. Because tips are not included in these guys. While it's not mandatory to tip, we do always recommend tipping, of course, the local guides and the tour director and tour staff too. And that's all that information is in that go-to guide as well. So you'll get all those goodies well before you leave for your trip, and delivered right to you as well. So So experiencing Spain is, of course, all about the contrast from, like I said, the royal cities and medieval quarters to the vibrant plazas, coastal flavors and breathtaking architecture along the way too. And on this journey, you will feel all of that. So you'll get the rhythm of flamenco, taste the regional wines and tapas, and food and cuisine along the way. Explore the different markets and the places where history and culture really do unfold right in front of you. So it's a trip that, of course, blends the history with the modern times as well. And of course, lots and lots of food and drink along the way too. So you'll of course stop into Madrid, and it includes a visit to the legendary Prado Museum, of course, one of the most important art collections in the world. And you'll walk through the different galleries, and you'll see masterpieces by Goya, Velázquez, and El Greco, all part of Spanish history, art history there. Very, very important figures. In Spanish art history. So you will get a private tour there, of course, with a private guide. So really, really adds to the experience along the way, not having to navigate yourself. You do have a guided experience. So one of the most unforgettable places that you will visit on this tour is the Mesquita Cathedral in Cordoba. Really, really a masterpiece. Feels honestly unlike anything I have ever experienced. As soon as you step inside, you're surrounded by endless rows of red and white arches, like you can see here on the screen. It's really, really cool. And honestly, like I said, something I've never experienced before, and probably won't experience again. This is truly one of its own, and not many places are like this. And what makes it really remarkable is its layered history. So at one point, it's a grand mosque at its core, with later with a cathedral built right into the city, into the center. So really blending two cultures and two eras into one space. And it's truly a jaw drop moment of the tour, and a highlight that many travelers do talk about once they return home too. We always see that one come up with good reviews in the post trip surveys from our guests. Of course, in Sevilla, you will get to visit the city center, where there is the remarkable Sevilla Cathedral. It's actually the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, and of course, one of Spain's greatest architectural treasures. You'll get to step inside and feel the sheer scale of it. It is very big and very grand. Very really soaring ceilings to intricate chapels throughout too. So very, very interesting, and it also is the resting place of Christopher Columbus too. So his grave or his tombstone is there. So it adds another fascinating layer to the visit as well. And you'll hear all about it in the guided tour there as well. Um, Of course, we do have the Alhambra in Granada as well. So you'll get a guided tour of the Alhambra Palace and the gardens. You'll get a few hours here to really experience and take it all in, with the benefit of having that guide with you along the way to point out everything, the small things, the big things, things that you might not notice if you were touring around by yourself. So I always find the guided experience really does add to it as well. And of course, the Alhambra, a beautiful, beautiful place there in Spain, in the south of Spain as well, in Andalusia. And of course, on this tour in Barcelona, you will get to experience La Sagrada Familia up close. Truly one of the moments people look forward to the most, as I'm sure you are. Even if you've seen it in photos like you have here, standing in front of it is truly something entirely different. You'll get to see all the incredible facades in person, each one telling its own story through dramatic carvings and symbolism. What I find is so interesting is you'll see obviously the side you're looking at now on screen is that sort of Gothic, Gaudi, his sort of style, masterpiece. But on the other side, it's truly modern and totally different. So it's cool the contrast from one side to the other. And of course, it's guided. You'll get to experience both and get the history of why the two sides of the cathedral are different. So all around, probably one of my main highlights. I mean, Barcelona in general is really amazing. It's a great city, great food, but the old city and where the Sagrada Familia is a truly remarkable spot. And I'm sure that you'll love it as much as I did too. Now, just quickly on the hotels, guys. So throughout the journey, you will stay in a collection of well-located hotels, all four-star, close to the city center. In Madrid and Barcelona, you'll enjoy two-night stays at the NH Ribera del Manzanares, and the Hilton in Barcelona. And in between, you'll relax at the Barcelo Sevilla Renacimiento, and the Meliá Granada and the Senator Parque Central in Valencia. So each a property that offers a comfortable home base so that you can unwind after a full day um, of exploring and sightseeing. So let's dive into the journey itself, guys. So your journey does begin in Madrid. You will fly into Madrid and begin your tour there. After you do settle into your hotel on the first day, you'll meet your tour director and your fellow travelers at 5 p.m. for a welcome drink in the hotel. It's a relaxed start to the trip, a chance to unwind after your flight, connect with the group, and enjoy a first taste of Spanish cuisine over dinner at the hotel. So the first evening sets the mood for the days ahead, warm, social, and of course, full of flavor. Now, day two, of course, you have a full day in Madrid and your first full day in Spain. So you'll really start to feel the energy of Madrid on this day. Starting to get over some of the jet lag and some of the tiredness that you might experience of a red-eye flight if you choose to fly over on the day of. So your city does give you your city tour does give you a chance to, get a fantastic overview of the capital. You'll pass through the grand boulevards, elegant palaces, and lively neighborhoods that show why Madrid is often described as the cultural heartbeat of Spain. You will see highlights like the Royal Palace, the Almudena Cathedral, the Basic Gran Via, and the Plaza de España, all while getting a sense of how the city blends, that royal history with a very, very modern, everyday vibrancy as well. It is a very big city. Lots going on, but lots to see as well. So from there, you're going to head to the famous Prado Museum, like I'd mentioned a bit earlier, home to, again, some of the greatest collections of European art anywhere. So this is where you'll get to see face to face some of the masterpieces like Goya, Velázquez, and of course El Greco too. Paintings that you'll probably see in books or documentaries, but truly do hit completely different once you're standing face to face with them. The rest of your afternoon is open for you to enjoy Madrid your way. So we do give you some leisure time that evening and afternoon to wander through Madrid as you wish. So you could choose to go through some of the shops on the Golden Mile, relax under the trees in El Retiro Park, or dive into some of the food stalls of Mercado San Miguel for some classic tapas and local flavors there too. So lots going on in Madrid, like I said, and it's great to have some free time to do what you want to do as well. Day three, you will be departing from Madrid and you'll actually be boarding a high-speed train down to Cordoba. So you will be heading into the region known as Andalusia. And it's a smooth, scenic ride, very, very quick, as opposed to, driving over on the coach. And it really does set the tone for the day, the scenic train journey down there. So when you do arrive, you will step into one of the most atmospheric towns in the country, specifically the old towns and the old Jewish quarters, where every corner reflects a different chapter of Spanish history. Your walking tour will take you through narrow whitewashed streets shaped by the Roman foundations, and of course, like I mentioned, centuries of Jewish, Islamic, and Christian influence as well. Um, then you will go to the Mesquita Cathedral, and of course get to experience all of that in a walking tour throughout there. Of course, all guided with your own guide for the group as well. So from there, you will continue down to Seville, where you can settle into your hotel. Actually, so behind the scenes, when you're on the train coming down from Madrid to Cordoba, your coach driver has all of your luggage on the coach and he's driving down to Sevilla to the hotel to drop off all the bags and check everybody into the rooms before swinging back up to Cordoba, which isn't too far, to pick everybody up from Cordoba to bring everybody back to the hotel in Sevilla, where your rooms will be ready, your bags will all be in there, so you can check right in and freshen up before dinner at the hotel together. And that's one thing I should mention, guys, is all your bags are ordered for you. Well, I should say one suitcase per person, and then any carry-on bags or backpacks you want to bring with you on the train or along the way, you can bring with you. But once you get to the hotels, all your bags are loaded off for you and checked into your hotel for you too by the hotel and tour staff. Same thing loading onto the bags. Your tour director will give you we'll basically have on a bulletin board in the hotel lobby. You'll have, the time that the bus will leave the next morning, the time that breakfast will be available, and the time that your bags need to be outside of your rooms for, so that they can come by and collect the bags and load them onto the coach. Now back to the itinerary. Day four is, of course, Seville. And today you'll dive into the heart of Andalusia as you do explore through the elegance and charm of Seville. So your city tour brings you through grand plazas, and winding medieval lanes, vibrant neighborhoods, and of course the magnificent Seville Cathedral. So it is, like I had mentioned, the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, and standing inside truly gives you a real sense of the power and wealth that the city once held. And after the tour, you'll enjoy some free time to wander at your own pace. Seville is a city made for strolling. Whether you want to relax along the river or browse some of the artisan shops, try a plate of authentic tapas in the Santa Cruz district, like I did. Lots and lots to do in this amazing city. Now, in the evening, you will get to feel the rhythm of Andalusia, as you do attend a private flamenco performance too. So you'll get to go and experience flamenco, the dancing, the guitar, the singing, all in person in a little very, very intimate setting with 40, I would say, people in a private bar too. So you get to really feel the emotion, the music, and the intensity up close. And it is something that stays with you long after the trip. This is truly one of the highlights that our groups talked about. After the flamenco performance in Seville, you will have the evening to dine on your own too, so you can choose wherever you'd like to eat that evening. And of course, moving into day five, departing Seville, heading towards Granada, you'll journey east through the Andalusian countryside toward Granada, like I mentioned. Tucked beneath the snow-capped Sierra Nevada mountain. So Granada has a slightly more intimate and romantic feel, and it sets the stage perfectly for the day's main highlight, which is the Alhambra Palace. So walking through the Alhambra, it's like stepping inside of a dream. You'll explore the grand hallways decorated with delicate carvings, peaceful courtyards framed by the archways, reflecting pools that capture the light, in lush gardens that really feel, almost outworldly, honestly. And the craftsmanship of this UNESCO World Heritage Site it's extraordinary. And seeing it in person obviously gives you a deeper appreciation for it. Now, after this guided tour, which is a few hours, you will have the evening to explore Granada your way. So maybe you'll want to wander the Albaicin district, with its winding medieval streets and the postcard perfect views of the Alhambra glowing in the sunset from a distance, or enjoy some more tapas at dinner in some of the lively plazas. If you already have not eaten enough tapas by this point, I can tell you I enjoyed some every single day when I was there. So moving on to day six. So day six is a really special day. So it's kind of a change of pace. So you'll shift through some of the historic cities to Spain's culinary heartland, and you'll get to visit what's called the Bodegas Viña Elena, which is a family-run winery. That has been producing Monastrell wines, olives, and almonds for generations. So this is a winery that's from the Pacheco family, they're called, and they welcome you personally. Actually, she's the granddaughter of Mr. Pacheco, who started this vineyard a few centuries ago, and she welcomes you in, talks to you about the winery, walks you through it, tells you all the different stories from generations and different traditions, and all the stories behind their wines and their olives and their almonds. They have an amazing gift shop where you can buy some of these wines and olive oil and all that good stuff. I came home with a few jars of almonds. These are some of the best almonds that you will ever eat here in this region. Of course, it is near the Mediterranean, so you do have great olives and great almonds there. So you'll enjoy a delicious four-course lunch with some wine pairings as well, featuring fresh and locally sourced ingredients. the kind of meal that gives you a real sense of the region's flavor and warmth. And then afterwards, you will continue up to Valencia, a city that blends ancient heritage with striking modern Mediterranean architecture. You will enjoy a panoramic tour to highlight the city center before you enjoy an evening at leisure to enjoy whatever you'd like. Maybe you'd like to sample some authentic paella from the region where it's originally from. Stroll the old town or experience some of the vibrant nightlife. Valencia does have a style all of its own. So um, day seven, and in Valencia in the morning, you'll get to do a walking tour of some of the most iconic attractions. So the city of arts and sciences, its futuristic buildings designed by Santiago Calatrava, look almost space age. And walking among them really feels like you're stepping into a different world. And from there, you will travel up the Mediterranean coast up to Barcelona, one of Europe's most artistic and dynamic cities, of course. I'm sure you've heard all about it and know all about it, and I'm sure this is one of the main reasons why you are going on this tour is to experience Barcelona up close. So you will get a panoramic tour again, which will give you, as always, a wonderful first look at the city, the architecture, the neighborhoods, and the coastline as well. Of course, it is on the coast. And then you'll have a free evening to settle in and enjoy the city your way, perhaps again with some more tapas, a seaside walk, or a glass of cava in one of its lively squares. Now, your final day in Barcelona will include a tour of the Gothic Corridor, where you'll explore centuries of history hidden within narrow medieval streets of the old town, charming plazas, atmospheric passageways. This is the Barcelona of old, full of stories, artists, and architectural gems, including the city's former George Corridor and places connected to Picasso and Gaudi. Then comes, of course, one of the absolute highlights of the journey, like I had alluded to earlier, seeing the Sagrada Familia up close. So Gaudi's main masterpiece feels alive. Every tower, sculpture, and facade does tell a story, rich with symbolism and astonishing detail. Even viewing it from the outside is powerful, like I had mentioned, guys. It's knowing that the construction is still ongoing. The scaffolding is still up. Don't let the picture earlier that I had showed you fool you. There is still scaffolding, but it sort of adds to the experience. I mean, you guys are getting to experience I mean, the creation, the building of this iconic cathedral up close. So not many people will get to do that. I mean, centuries from now, when people are visiting Barcelona, when this is, um, that even the newer part is now centuries into the history, you guys will be able to say that you guys got to experience it up close. So that's pretty cool in itself. Something I didn't really think about until after. So very cool. And then, of course, like I mentioned, after the tour, the afternoon is yours to enjoy Barcelona at your own pace. And even in the evening, you'll get to gather with your fellow travelers one last time for one special farewell dinner too. So a perfect way to toast to an unforgettable journey across Spain. Now, sadly, day nine is the end of your tour, and it does end in Barcelona. So you will fly home from Barcelona, unless, of course, you're looking to go on another vacation afterwards if you're in Europe, which I'm sure your friends there at Niche Travel Group could help you out with. But whether you're extending your stay, heading home, or continuing to explore Europe, you will take with you these incredible memories of Spain's art, history, flavors, landscapes, and the wonderful experiences shared along the way with this wonderful group. So I do hope this brief video did do the tour some justice. Of course, the only way to truly do it justice is to experience it yourselves, which you all have the opportunity to do alongside your friends there at Niche Travel Group. So guys, this does bring me to the end of today's video. Again, I truly hope that this got you excited. And please do reach out to the team from Niche Travel Group with any questions when it does come to this tour. They really are a great team and work alongside you every step of the way. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Best of luck in Spain, buen viaje, and I hope that you truly do have a great holiday season too. So thank you guys, and have a great one.